this up. See it drawn out, color over time. But stuff that I need to get it here. So the junk that tries to burrow into potato, sweet potato or yam, should I say. Yeah. So just that, cutting that, you can see the water turned way darker. I'll pull the peels out. My hands were washed before this. Having a separate strainer system would make this more efficient, but for now this is good to demonstrate just how well this cleaning station works for vegetables. figured this technology out recovering from a failed hit job. Industrial group tried to kill me with a bioweapon. Shot me and poisoned me with a bioweapon in 2022. They use a tech to spy first, and once they get whatever information, they try to murder you. So I lived through that, figuring out ways to get the poison out that conventional medical industry MDs couldn't figure out. They were actually dumbfounded, couldn't even detect the material. I had to do a bioscan on my body and then detect the hits. What a bioscan does is kind of like this. It's a frequency-based system. This is more, this is a magnetic field, but the bioscan, it's an electric field. You can do it with electrodes, you can do it wirelessly. And it's like a radar on your body, and it returns any pings or hits. For computer people, it returns a ping if something exists. For non-computer people, it detects a hit or something that has a response. I can probably bioscan these sweet potatoes, and that's going to be a next version of this cleaning station where the sweet potatoes, or the, should I say yams, these potatoes are nightshade, or part of the nightshade. Tomatoes and potatoes and whatnot. Anyways, it's a tuber. Potatoes are tubers as well. I'm learning more about the vegetables, but basically my ass almost got killed. So I had to learn a lot more about clean food and clean diet to purge the material out of me. But one thing that I found out is that the vegetables have paramagnetic material in it. And what that means is it's dirty, unclean material. It has a magnetic field response to it from the environment, pollution like heavy metals. So when you get food now, you grow your own food or you buy it, if it's grown outdoors and not in an indoor climate controlled environment, you're getting a horrid amount of heavy metals and contamination from the local environment in the food. Now the growers and farmers, they treat it to an extent, but as you can see, they don't remove all the paramagnetic and heavy metal pollution that the vegetables accumulate. They bioaccumulate it from the air and from the water. And when an insect burrows into it, like say someone has COVID, an insect bites that person or messes with that person, and that insect goes and burrows into a yam or a potato or a tomato, and then you wash it, normally how you wash something and then you just straight up peel it. It has that nanotech bioweapon crap in it from China CCP. For instance, like this stuff here could be that. And there could be some you can't see visibly. The magnetic field here pulls it out to the surface and then pulls it into the salt water, just lightly salted. And that keeps you from getting, in my opinion, it's a mitigation strategy, in my professional opinion. So I'm getting better. And I'm pulling all the paramagnetic material out of my body. That was part of the weapon that I got hit with, part of the poison. But then I'm also reducing the amount of paramagnetic material going into my body. And this is a large way to get hit with COVID. All someone with COVID does, they go to like a grocery store and they hold fruit in their hand. If they have COVID, it can actually get into them. So check this out. This one I peeled first. Now it's starting to discolor further. It's pulling more material out from the yam. You can see here. It wasn't like that at first. So this just shows you it's pulling out the gunk and junk from the horrid toxic environment on Earth that we live in now. You literally have to do this with your food to eat clean these days. It blows my mind, but it is what it is. I'm a chemical engineer, electrochemistry background. Did a bunch of environmental. I had no idea our food was this dirty until I started testing out cleaning stuff with this unit. Look at the water. It's already dirty again. is literally just blows my mind. A lot of this pollution is coming from China. Their coal power plants. They're the largest one in the world now. A lot of other advanced nations have reduced their coal power plant production. China's been building 2 freaking coal power plants a week, last I checked. So it's just going to get worse, man. And they're literally turning Earth into hell on Earth, in my opinion. You have to do this with your food now to be clean. So, as you can tell, I don't like China, CCP. Chinese people are good, but not the CCP. So anyways, there you go. You got the yams now have been peeled. I'm going to go ahead and skim some of the gunk that's come off of this one. And now what I'm going to do is to speed it up, I'm just going to go ahead and cut them and then drain the water while I'm cutting them in here. And I'll drain the water and then pour in fresh, clean water. Go and do this a little easier. You could always get a better knife, but this demonstrates the purpose, how it works. I'm just cutting it in here to demonstrate. And the vegetables aren't being removed, so you can just see the color change of the water. I've done this with the Brussels sprouts and onions. I prefer to do this with onions and yams and Brussels sprouts, kind of my preference. But the yams are awesome, way more healthy than a potato. The yam farmers are going to have a bright future. I think this little product here will have a bright future, helping people stay clean. So any groups that do manufacturing that want to work with me, not in China, let me know. So this is basically you're observing the equivalent to advanced physics knowledge. Oops, there's something that came out right there. Simplified to a useful daily task that people can benefit from. Alright, so there they are. That's the cut yams, and then here's a glass bottle. I use glass for all my water, containing the dirty water. This is the second batch of water here. Here's the third batch and final batch to polish everything from another glass container. And I just salt it, a little bit of salt, and I'll mix it around. And this will pull the last of it out, whatever contamination is in there. Clean these out. So the fresh water, you can use RO or DI. It pulls all the paramagnetic junk and gunk out. The forcing function is the physics device, magnetic field, and then some longitudinal waves. And I can make these different frequencies to pull out other harmful components. But right now I've got it going through a basic set of parasites that are in food and spores. Them up and bacteria. So not only is it pulling the paramagnetic material out, but it's doing frequency killing. So check that out. This has some of the material coming out to the front. That could be in here. So I'll let that soak and sit for a little bit, and those will be ready to eat. The water is turning dirtier. So the reason why it keeps getting dirtier each time you just put the vegetables in it, the yams in it, you have a certain mass transfer that goes into the water based upon what's closest to the surface of the yam. And then after you peel it and then do the rebatch of the water, then there's more surface area available on the peeled yam to then pull it to the surface. And you get rid of that nasty water that gets contaminated from all the pollution that was in the vegetable. And then you do a third wash where the cut yam material is then increased in surface area, and then it further pulls the material out. Like right here, you have some more coming out.